Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. We're about 5 minutes away from opening tip. I'm Brian Schumacher along with Brad Burns, here to bring you this 7th place game. We're not happy to be in the 7th place game, but we're here to compete, get a chance to get our kids some work, so happy that we get a game.
Yeah, it's a lot better than just being one and done or two and done. We get to play a consolation game here, which is what our kids need. We got a lot of young players and kids that haven't ever played together as a team here, from all the way from juniors to the freshmen and sophomores that are playing. So it's one of those things where the more reps we can get, the more used to they get playing together, the more confidence and the better they'll get and act as a team.
Brad, we're just watching, we were discussing the game before we went live here and watching this pregame. The coaches have seemed to be intentional about trying to get some more functional warm-up into what they want them doing in the game. I like to see that.
Yes, yeah. Plus it just gets the blood flowing. I always liked as a player doing some of these drills where you get intense on your own players instead of just kind of shooting around and stuff. So I'm happy to see that they got a little bit more intentional with some of their warm ups and getting them loosened up to play some defense and drive to the hole and try to make some buckets.
Let's take a look here at Cougars' keys to success today. So the first one offensively, inside out, and Quaddy, our big guy, needs to get touches, but to create touches for him, we gotta create that through dribble penetration. So each of our guys on the wing need to be able to dribble penetrate to create opportunities at the basket, but also to create three-point shots for open shooters. The entering into the big is often, what we got caught up doing yesterday is we're trying to enter to the big from a stationary wing position instead of dribble penetrate to create that pass to the wing. And once you do that, you can create that double team.
Yeah, and then that'll give us wide open shots. We were just trying to force it in without actually having any movement in our offense. And it's real easy to defend when everybody's kind of stationary and not moving. And then you've got your big, who's your key player, but it's easy to cover him when there's not any motion in the offense.
Right. Attack the basket is the second principle. Dribble penetrate when 1v1. So we had one guy guarding us, and we acted like that was a prevention from driving. One guy is a drive. You're always going to have a guy on you. So guys guarding you, make a jab step, make a pump fake, do something to create a drive, then get the double to come. Once the double comes, now you have an open player.
Yeah, because we've got plenty of talent that can drive and move and shoot. It's just we've got to have the initiative to create those opportunities for those kids to excel. So they just need to get a little bit more confidence in their playing and take advantage of those, because I'd put a lot of our kids up one-on-one versus a lot of the other teams and not feel bad about it at all.
And the next in that attack to the basket, if we know our teammates are attacking the basket, we're looking for rebound putbacks and winning that position for the offensive rebound when the other team is still defending. So if you know he's going up for a shot, you can win position and then get position for an easy putback.
Yeah, absolutely, because it just puts you in a better position. You're going towards the basket instead of being stationary outside, and so it just opens up a lot of avenues where they've either got to block you out or you're going to the basket to get the rebound if we happen to miss the shot. And so far, we've been missing shots, and so we can't be one and done. We've got to try to create as many opportunities on offensive rebounds as we can.
And then next principle, bigs getting touches where they can succeed. And I have a spelling error there, but
that's not your strong suit, right?
Yeah, exactly. So high-low from the elbow to the block is an obvious opportunity for the bigs. If you can get a ball at the elbow, he can turn and face. Now he's got a weak side block or a strong side block even, where he can get it high-low for an opportunity to score. And then if the big gets the ball on the wing, dribble handoff is a great option there. He sets a dribble handoff into a screen, almost a pick and roll setting.
Yeah, and that's an advantage we have with our bigs. We don't have big and bulky bigs, but we've got kids that can move and kids that can be quick and get to the basket. So it's one of those that if we get some motion in their game as well, then they can easily get to the basket with their speed.
And then lastly, speed up the game. Uh, what I'm noting here is man defense creates more shots. And if we think we're more athletic, better than the other team, you get more shots. Your shot percentage is what makes you win in the end. So obviously the laws of averages are less consistent on a lower amount of opportunities. So if we create more opportunities, then we can create a bigger margin of victory.
Correct. Yeah.
And then lastly, transitions become shots, not resets. So taking advantage of those transitions into a kick and a shot as opposed to a reset of the offense in the half court set. All right, we're getting ready to do the national anthem, so let's go live on the court.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to game number 9 of the City Invitational tournament. This game is between your Wildcats from Verona and your Cougars from College Heights. Before we announce the day's starting lineups, please remember your hats and stand. We'll be honored during the opening play for the national anthem. All right, starting today for Verona. First up, 0, Jesse Vanamaya. Number 4, Sean Lechner. Number 10, David Winkle. Number 23, Jesse Gamble. And number 32, Charlie Lundell. And now starting for the College Heights Cougars. First up, number 3, Ben Shoemaker. Number 11, Colson Pickens. Number 12, Caleb Corey. Number 21, Ethan Dunkanoff. And number 25, Adam Sampson.
Well, we see some smiles and hopefully some determination over there. So hopefully they'll.
I feel good about their warm up. Like you said, getting the blood flowing. Hopefully that helps us to get a quick start into the game. No technical foul to start the game today.
No.
I got word that it was because Quaddy
Touching the
actually
rim.
touched the rim pregame.
Yeah, so a technicality by the officials apparently wanted to throw and nip it in the bud, I guess, early in the season. I don't know.
Opening tip goes to Verona. Penetrating kick. Cougars playing man defense.
Gonna walk on it.
Traveling called on number 32.
Started to go before he put the ball down.
That's Yandel. That was the leading scorer last night for the Wildcats. Dickens brings the ball up over to Yukina on the wing.
Looks like for a young kid, it looks like he's pretty physical. We're going to have to play physical against him down low.
Dickens wide open for 3 and hits it to start the game.
That's a little better start with the offensive side there.
Good sign for the Cougars. Wildcats break the press into the front court, gets all the way to the basket, and
draws the foul. That was a charge. Euthanaud just standing there, and the kid did not control himself.
Yeah, good job by Yukonov. Okay, back to I'm not sure what happened there, but we're resetting.
Maybe I think they threw it in without the official.
Okay. Oh. All right, back to live. Schumacher brings the ball up to gives it to Stanton. Stanton coming to the top, over to Dickens. To the short corner for Yukonov. Takes the shot off the front rim. Rebound by Yandel. That's number 23, Gamble, bringing it into the front court.
Quaddy guarding him. Adam has drawn the straw of guarding 32. I'd say their best player.
Gamble into the paint, kicks it back out to the top of the key. Entered into the post to Yandel.
Oh, they forgot to double. They're supposed to double that.
Quaddy gets the rebound, outlet to Stanton. Cougars pushing up ahead. Passed to the corner for some reason to Yukonov, stolen away.
Oh, we're going to get a foul from behind on Quaddy. Yeah, they had the mismatch that they were looking for with Colson guarding their big, and then from what I've been told is they're supposed to double anytime the ball goes into the post, and nobody came over to double that.
Yeah, that's it. Like you said, it was definitely a mismatch and would be a natural double. 3-point shot from the top. Offensive rebound for the Wildcats. Yandel puts it back. Quaddy's there for the defensive rebound. Outlet to Stanton. Stanton pushes ahead. To Schumacher, drives baseline, floater. Over the top, he gets his own rebound on the backside. Gets it to Stanton, cutting in. Stanton with the floater. Quaddy and Dickens get there. Quaddy kicks it out to Dickens into the corner. Dickens takes the three. Rebound goes to number 23, Gamble, and he brings it into the front court for the Wildcats.
We definitely act like we have more intensity in trying to get those offensive rebounds. We're getting more penetration to the basket as well. Shots will start falling.
Schumacher closes out. Yukonov
Good
holds
box
position,
out.
lets it go out of bounds, and will be a throw-in for the Cougars.
That's one thing I noticed on the last possession of them is 32 got the rebound the first time because nobody put a body on him. Everybody just went straight up, and that kid can jump and will go at the ball, so we got to make sure we get a body on him and box him out.
Schumacher running the point over to Dickens. Dickens asks for Yukonov to come high to receive it. Yukonov back to Dickens. Trying to get an entry, I believe, to Quaddy at the elbow. Screen, Dickens wide open for three. Dickens hits it again.
Another one. That's one way to continue to punish that is if they leave him wide open and he's hitting today, then that's going to be where they're going to have to change something up.
Foul call on Stanton on the reach.
20 subbing in for 32, so we've got
Cougars
Martinez
in the full court press.
Subbing in for Yandel for them.
Into the corner. Gamble being defended by Schumacher. Back up top to 20, that's Martinez. Martinez to Lechner. That's Amaya, number 0. Back up to Martinez at the top. Number 4, Lechner, up top to Gamble. 3-point basket short. Schumacher gets the rebound. Out to push and looks for Stanton on the wing. Stanton drives baseline. Kicks it back to Schumacher for the open three.
It's going to be short.
Short, goes for his own rebound. Stanton gets on the floor, gets it.
Back to Dickens.
Dickens will reset up top. Drives in, kicks back to Quaddy at the elbow. Quaddy turns, tough shot.
Tough shot, but it's good.
And gets it to go. Schumacher loses his feet. Get up. 3-point basket's good. Schumacher into the front court to Quaddy. Quaddy at the elbow, kicks it back to Dickens.
Setting it up. Running a set play here, sounds like.
Dickens switch court to Stanton. Stanton pulls up for three, decides not to take it. Back to him for an open three. And he nails it.
Good shot.
11-3 now the score. Dickens gets the steal on the trap. Foul called. And Dickens will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, apparently I was talking with the boys. They were all there were several of them in my van today before they all got on the bus, and I was talking to them about the press. And they said, well, our press is supposed to make really hard traps at the beginning, and so far we haven't been doing a good job of that because it works really well in practice, but of course they're against the JV, so it's easy to trap them on the first trap.
Yeah.
And they're correct. All the other ones, they seem to break that first trap. Once they break that first trap, then we've given up several easy baskets. Here it's being a little more effective. They're getting some traps, and then we're getting some steals off of it.
All right, Dickens will be at the line to shoot 2 free throws.
This is a little more of the intensity I was hoping to have seen yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Dickens makes the first. Makes them both sub coming in the game for the Cougars. That's Burns subbing in for Dickens. Trap on the inbound. They find middle into a free release for the Wildcats. Cougars quickly out into the front court. Pass to the wing to Burns. Burns pushes in back to Yukonaw. Swung to Schumacher. Schumacher back to Yukonaw at the top of the key. Dribble handoff to Burns. Schumacher to Stanton in the corner. Stanton looks for Quaddy on the cut. Drives baseline back to Schumacher up top. Across to Yukonaw.
Try to go one pass too far with that one.
Yeah. It will stay Cougars ball. Dickens subbing back in the game for Schumacher.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Yukonaw on the wing. Over to Burns. Burns drives in, floater, and gets it to go. Good drive, penetrate for Burns.
Oh, good hands by Stanton, but it's going to stay Verona ball, Wildcat ball. Right to him.
Burns in the corner, shot fake, enters to Quaddy. Quaddy muscles through and
There
scores for 2. Trap in the corner.
Oh,
Quaddy
I
gets
think they got
called
Quaddy for the foul. Yeah, it's sometimes hard to take the coach out of the father, but that's exactly the discussion I had with Broderick was, why don't you drive in until they stop you, and then you can shoot the little jumper, or you'll be able to dish it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely what we have to have. Well, that's what we didn't have yesterday that they're showing that they can do today. And maybe the opponent is a factor in it, but it's more just a
mentality.
Mentality, yeah.
They all look different. They all look like they're a lot more intense today than they did yesterday. Drive with a purpose, I would say, is what they look like they have on their faces right now, is they've got determination, where yesterday they looked like they didn't want to lose. Today they act like they want to win. And yeah, the pressure is completely off of them. I mean, you're playing for 7th place, but
right.
There's still some pride, and there's still some things that they need to be doing constantly.
Ball inserted into the corner for the trap. Still in the backcourt. Yukon and Quaddy try to set a second trap. Hannah Miller in the game. He gets a steal. Up ahead to Burns. Entered into Quaddy. Quaddy post move.
And
Draws
there it
the
is.
foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
That's the ball movement, and that's the pin. We want to get those shots. Those are the best shots because that opens up so many other things if they have to concentrate and stop the inside.
Makes the first. Stanton at the line waiting to check in. Looks like he'll be going in for Quaddy.
Bringing Yandel back in. I wondered how long they were going to be able to leave him out. I think he's a big part of their offense and their play.
Makes them both, and Stanton checking in for Quaddy. Man press. Able to find the open guy. Into the trap in the corner and thrown away.
Got the turnover.
Cougars will take possession. Dickens into Burns. Burns ahead into the front court, finds Stanton wide open.
Wide open three.
Rebound goes to Gamble. Quick push up ahead. No one covering the backside. Sherwood misses the layup. Cougars back into the front court. Miller on the wing drives in to the elbow, kicks to Burns. Burns drives in, loses it at the elbow.
Lost the handle.
Tough shot. Rebound on the backside by Yukon, but stepped on
the line. One thing I'll say is Stanton had a wide open three, but he also had about 20 foot in front of him. He could have went right to the basket and made a nice little easy shot, or drove all the way in and drew a foul.
Smith checking in the game for Burns. To Yamel. Goes up and makes the two. Into the front court for Dickens. Dickens goes all the way to the corner. Smith loses his feet, regains it, gets it over to Miller. Miller drives into the elbow. Over to Stanton. Stanton looks for Dickens, pushes into the middle.
There it is.
Makes the good jumper from 8 feet. Gamble up ahead to
good hands by Colson,
Yandel.
but it's going to go out of bounds. Stay Wildcats ball. Yandel almost acts like he's favoring one of his ankles a little bit or something.
Hinkle subbing in the game for number 3, Sherwood. Pull up from the elbow. Rebound goes to Dickens. Dickens pushing down the right side. Up ahead to Smith. Smith back to Dickens for a three, and Dickens hits it again.
He is on fire today.
Nobody picks up the ball handler, gets all the way to the basket. Offensive rebound, can't get it to go. Miller's able to poke it away to Dickens. Dickens out into the front court. Just 5 seconds left. Dickens from the volleyball line. He's feeling it. Heat check. And that will do it for the first quarter. 24-7 after the first, and we were 12 points in at halftime yesterday. So much
so
better.
Doubled our points in the first quarter today. So
11 points for Dickens. I told Ben after the game yesterday. I said you expect 30 from Dickens tomorrow because law of averages, right?
He's going to put up some points, and yesterday he did not. So it's one of those things where he's going to get fired up. It's good to see Stanton getting some points today. He's struggled. He's taken some really good shots in the first 3 games, but he's getting a couple of them to fall today, getting more confidence. That's what I say about all these young players. It's a matter of getting some reps and getting some shots off. Makes a lot of difference.
Yeah. Reset our fouls for the second quarter. Arrow is for the Cougars.
Cougars have the ball.
Dickens at the top, over to Miller on the wing. Miller drives in, gets. Oh, he was there. He should have just taken that shot. Stolen away by Stanton. Can't get it to go. Smith on the backside almost had the rebound. Martinez is able to sneak it away. Left for Gamble. Drives in and draws the foul. And he'll go to the line to shoot.
He has pretty good ball control and pretty good body control for
He makes the first.
Gamble is one of the older players on the floor for him.
Second one's off the side rim. Stanton's able to get over for the rebound. Gets it to Quaddy, up ahead quickly to Miller. Miller pulls it up the wing, leaves it for Quaddy. Quaddy over his head. Ball gets deflected. Stolen away by Tarkington. Quaddy steals it back, or at least creates a jump ball. It'll stay Verona ball.
Stay Verona ball on the jump.
Back into the action. Martinez brings it into the front court.
Nice pick
Left
and roll.
for Yandel off the front rim. Offensive rebound for Tarkington. And put back by Yandel for two.
Yandel, just a freshman. He's going to be a force, I believe, in the future because he's already making his presence known.
Smith kicks it to Miller. Miller gets the roll for three. Good answer by the Cougars. 27-10 now the score. Martinez being defended by Quaddy from behind. He gets all the way in.
And takes it coast to coast, but he misses
rims
it.
out. Miller pulls down the rebound. Stanton drives into the paint, takes it all the way in, draws the foul, and just loves seeing that transition get to the basket.
That shouldn't happen at the other end where a guy able to go coast to coast with the ball and nobody picked him up to step in front of him.
Stanton short on the first. Schumacher checking in the game for Dickens. Stanton makes the second. Stanton defending. Gamble gets away with the extra step and finishes for two.
Yeah, it was kind of it must be the new Euro.
Smith back to Quaddy, back to Schumacher at the top of the key. Quaddy sets up for three, in and out. Number 32, Yandel, pulls down the rebound. Miller defending, and Yandel, good strong finish for two more points.
All the way coast to coast again. Get your own rebounds and take it all the way to the basket.
Schumacher drives, gives it to Miller. Miller, good Euro, or a good jump stop, but blocked by Yandel. Loose ball to Smith, up ahead to Miller. Good hands by Gamble. Back to Stanton. Over the top to Smith. Smith goes over the rim. And the Wildcats are back in possession. Yandel on the run. Quaddy with the big block. We're having some trouble picking up on the backside, but Quaddy swatted that into the stage. Ball switched all the way over to the back corner. Martinez back at top. Entered in again. Yukonov back in the game. Well defended and gets the steal. Over to Miller, into the corner for Schumacher. Back to Miller, open for three. And he nails it. 3-point basket for Cannon Miller. And it's just that simple. In transition, open shooters. Gamble will slow it down as the Cougars have dropped back into zone. Switch to the far side. Nobody's there.
Not sure who he saw.
Schumacher into the front court. Looks for that seam pass to Stanton. Stanton turnaround. Big block by Yandel. And Martinez gets it into the front court. Long three for Gamble. Off the rim. Yukonall with the rebound to outlet to Schumacher. Schumacher to Miller on the wing. On the dribble handoff, Quaddy comes up to set the screen. Miller leaves it for Yukonall. Yukonall back to Miller. Back to Yukonall, entered into Quaddy. Backdoor for Stanton. Stanton on the backside. Quaddy there for the follow.
Nice follow.
And just a nice play, offensive rebound basket for the Cougars. Verona wants another timeout.
Much more action and activity today.
Take a look back at that last. Yukonall enters it into the elbow to Quaddy. Quaddy finds Stanton running the baseline, and although Stanton wasn't able to finish that, it created that open rebound for Quaddy as everyone goes up for the block. Just 2 timeouts left for the Wildcats. It will be Wildcats ball, inbounded on the sideline after the timeout. I believe they're in the front court, so it's one of the 4 designated spots. Gamble with the ball. Kickers back into man. Yukonall defending Martinez up at the top. Back to Gamble as Yukonall stays on the ball handler. Gamble dribbles in. Miller, good help. Yandel on the block. Quaddy gets called for the foul. and one opportunity for Yandel. You can see Quaddy just isn't straight up.
He created that separation, and then Quaddy came back into him when he went up with the shot then.
Can't get the free throw to go. Quickly into the front court for the Cougars. Schumacher drives baseline floater. Backside rebound for Stanton. Stanton back up to Schumacher at the top. Schumacher takes the 3. Short rebound for Schumacher. Floater again. Quaddy gets the offensive rebound. Put back short. Stanton gets the offensive rebound and draws the foul.
Finally.
Oops. 34-16 now the game. Dickens subbing back in for Miller. Second one won't fall. And the Wildcats will bring it in the front court. Gamble on the ball. Cougars drop back into zone. Into the corner. Gamble takes the long 3 off the front rim. Foul called on the floor. Offensive rebound on the box out by Yandel. I'm sorry. Is that his 3rd foul?
Yes.
Third foul on Yandel.
Foul on Yandel.
Quaddy also has 3 fouls. Schumacher on the wing, drives baseline, pulls it back. Over to Yukonall to an open shooter, Dickens. Rebound for Schumacher. Back to Dickens at the top. He lets it go again. In and out. Oh, and it rolls back in. Gamble up to Martinez. Into the corner for the open shooter. And he nails it.
Oh, he drilled that one.
No closeout in that corner. Schumacher quickly into the front court to the wing. Over to Dickens. Dickens back to Schumacher. Back to Dickens into Stanton. Baseline drive. Stanton finds Yukon on the weak side to Quaddy at the elbow. Rises up Stanton with the offensive rebound. Puts it back. Finishes.
And got the foul.
And one.
Looks like we got a couple subs coming in. Basket's good.
Stanton just got position there. Ball came off to him. And he'll get the and one opportunity. Flandreau and Burns subbing in the game for Yukon and Schumacher.
Flandreau's got a big smile on his face back there.
In and out.
Lucky we have a 20-point lead, but we've missed several free throws. We've got to get where we're a lot more effective with that.
Back to Martinez up top. Long three from Martinez. Quaddy gets the rebound. Up ahead to Burns. Burns baseline drive. Good dish to Stanton. Stanton gets it to go. Good job by Burns getting both feet on the ground and then just finding Stanton in front of the rim. Gamble back to Martinez.
Yeah, it looked like he had hesitated in the corner there and then decided, hey, I'm going to go ahead and go to the basket. And it creates movement and people drop on you and you get the nice dish.
Martinez
good hands, but just right to him.
Quaddy, but Yandel's right there to pick up the loose ball. Timeout called by the Cougars. They're wanting to get some subs in.
Subs in with a minute to go. Yeah, because you've got Quaddy with 3 fouls. He probably doesn't really need to be in there at this point to risk another one right at the end of the quarter. Got the 20-point lead. Got 4 subs and 1 starter in at this point for the Cougars.
Yandel's also come out of the game. Same situation, not wanting to pick up his 4th foul here in the first half. Burns drives into Smith. Oh, Beatty takes
Stanton, nice rebound and powers it up. Nice job by Stanton with the rebound and powering it up.
Gamble into the front court. Back to Martinez. Martinez loses handle. Stanton reaches in and grabs it. Goes all the way to the rim.
That's going to be offensive foul.
.21, 22-point lead for the
Got 20
Cougars.
seconds left here in the half.
Into the corner for Martinez. Over to Lechner, back to Martinez. Up top to Gamble. Martinez open for 3. And he nails it. That's just too easy.
It is. Not getting good closeouts in the corner.
Burns with the long 3 at the buzzer. And halftime score, College Heights 43, Wildcats 24.
Well, we look like a different team today. This is what they needed to be doing, and this is what we kind of expected the way that they would play, is what they're doing today, because that's what we've seen in Jamboree this summer and in the Jamborees we had this fall. A lot of ball movement, a lot of pushing the ball up and down the court, getting the drives, getting the dishes. So yesterday just looked uncharacteristic of what we expected out of this team, and they're kind of showing their true colors and their talent.
Well, we'll take an audio break here and send you through the first half recap and be back to start the second half. All right, we're back, ready to start the third quarter. Cougars will get possession. Out here to prove that we should have been the 7th seed.
Yes, we're stepping our game up, trying to claw our way to the top. No, I hope now that the first half intensity was fantastic. Let's hope we can keep it rolling here in the second half.
Yeah, I like that Coach got some subs in early in the game. That kind of gives the players some license to keep playing hard, to not feel like they have to let up. Ball into the corner for Quaddy, back to Dickens in the wing. Entered into Stanton, finds Schumacher up top. He drives in for the floater. Offense rebound for Stanton. Stanton, good move. Can't get it to go. Got a touch on it, but couldn't control it.
It's all right. It was still a good drive in. He took the open lane and went all the way to the basket. It just didn't fall for him. So that was a good shot by Ben.
Wildcats into the front court. Martinez on the ball, all the way up at the volleyball line. Over to Gamble. Cougars in a zone. Rebound for Quaddy. They're going to have to adjust that 3-2. You can't just have 3 flat and let the corner be wide open.
No, you can't give them the wide open corner all the time.
Yukonov enters into Quaddy at the block, and another foul call.
That's going to be number 4 on him.
That's Yendel's 4th.
With a minute into the third quarter, so.
Dickens for 3, and he nails it.
Definitely a turnaround from yesterday for Colson.
It's his 17th point of the game. Gamble and Martinez up at the volleyball line. Martinez long 3. Front rim, Quaddy with the rebound. Pushes up ahead. Schumacher pulls it back to Stanton. Stanton decides not to take it. Kicks it back to Schumacher. Schumacher takes the 3 and
good shot.
Nails it. Gamble walks it into the front court. Into the corner for Martinez. Good close up by Stanton.
Pops a 3 from the corner. It's going to be short.
Stanton looks up ahead to Schumacher. He's able to keep it in. Schumacher drives in, gets it to Quaddy, and foul called on Gamble on the floor.
Got him with the reach.
Amaya coming in the game for Yandel. That foul wasn't on Yandel, was it?
No, okay. No, it was on Gamble.
Dickens with the 3-point shot, long. Stanton fights for the rebound. Amaya is able to pull it down, gets it outlet to Gamble. Gamble into the front court. Quaddy picks him up. Back up top to Gamble, over to Martinez. Dribble handoff up top to Hinkle. Back on Martinez, Stanton defending. Switch of the court all the way over to Lechner. Dickens comes in, plays tough defense, deflects it away.
It's going to stay here.
Out of bounds, will stay
Verona ball.
Ball into Gamble.
That's going to be a foul on Quaddy.
Quaddy pushed through the screen there.
Yes. It's going to be Quaddy's 4th foul as well, I believe.
Ball screen action. Dickens again pushes through.
They get the 3.
3-point basket for number 4, Lechner. Cougars quickly into the front court. Schumacher back to Stanton, entered into Quaddy, and makes the 2-point basket. That's the offense. That's the transition offense.
Yes. especially when you have a mismatch in size down there with their big guy out and Quaddy easily able to dominate.
Yeah. Well, and that's what that transition does for you, is it creates the mismatch in general, because that big guy is probably not going to get back as quick as your other guys. So if your big will run the floor. Big rebound by Yukonol will go all the way down. Can't control it, loses the handle.
He's tempted to call the charge there, but the ball was out of bounds before he ran over the kid.
Burns, Miller, and Smith in the game for the Cougars, as Dickens, Schumacher, and Quaddy sit down. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line is good for Gamble. Inbound to Miller. Miller into the corner for Smith. Smith back to Miller, entered into Stanton. Stanton back up top to Miller on the key, over to Burns on the wing. Burns drives in, jump stop, and tough shot. I like that Burns got in there. He just kind of didn't get on balance on the shot.
Yeah. Yeah, he needed to go ahead and just take it up strong like a jump shot since he had stopped. He'd penetrated far enough.
Martinez on the ball. Switch all the way over to the far side to Lechner. Back up to Gamble. Ball screen by Hinkle. Into the corner
Three
for Lechner.
again.
And hits it again.
Hits it again.
Stanton brings it quickly into the front court over to Miller. Miller with a long three. And he nails it. That's Miller's third three of the game. Gamble into the corner for open Martinez. Good closeout by Stanton. Miller goes for the steal. Gamble's able to get to it. Miller on the backside. Burns defending in front. Back into the corner for Martinez.
He's got the shot in the corner and drills it.
Coach wants a timeout.
We're not getting closeouts in the corner at all. They've got to respect the three enough that they've got to be closing out.
Yeah, this 3-2 with a flat three is just not going to work against a team that can shoot from the corner. So they're going to have to adjust what they're doing. If they're gonna have a flat three up top, then they have to give up down low. They can't have both. One's got to rotate to the corner, and one's got to be in the middle.
Yeah.
Which really puts a long run on that closeout. I mean, it's really got to be the wing player that makes that closeout. Or you could just play man and not worry about it. But all right, Miller brings it into the front court. Over to Yukonol. Yukonol swings it over to Burns on the wing. Burns pushes in. Gets his own rebound. Oh, can't control it. Burns fights for it. And gets called for the travel. I'm not sure about that, but
yeah, I don't know on the travel. He was dribbling the ball, but
he did go to the ground, but I don't know that he had control of the ball when he went to the ground. Martinez pushes into the middle. Yukonol's there to draw the charge. And offensive foul called. You see Martinez gets away with the travel, then gets called for the charge.
Yeah. Well, that's a different kind of travel.
Burns brings it up for the Cougars. Miller on the trail, kicks it to Yukonol on the wing, back to Miller. Miller back to Burns in the corner, ball screen as Burns enters into Stanton. Stanton back to Miller in the corner. Miller's feeling it, and he nails another three.
Good ball movement in and outside game there, and that's what you got to do. And that's what we were lacking yesterday.
Yeah. Gamble dribbles over to the Pass to Lechner on the corner, back to Gamble, back to Lechner for 3, and Lechner hits another 3. That's the 12th point for Lechner. Burns drives in, good shot from the short corner.
Baseline.
Can't get it to go. Rebound goes out of bounds. It will be Wildcats ball. Dickens checking back in the game for the Cougars as Smith checks out. Schumacher also checking in for Miller. Wildcats into the front court. Schumacher defending. Ball screen. Deflected by Yukonov. Stolen away by Burns. Burns up ahead to Schumacher. Schumacher pushes in. Takes the floater. Long. Schumacher gets his own rebound. Back out to the top. Up to Burns. Burns back to Schumacher for a wide open 3. Off the back iron. Dickens pulls down the offensive rebound. Dickens sets up for 3. Yukonov gets position for the rebound. And Gamble gets in there for the block, but gets called for the foul on the arm.
Ethan did a great job stepping right in front of that guy as the ball was coming in and getting position. Ben got a couple great looks there.
Yukonov short on the first. Gets the roll on the second. Back to a 20-point lead for the Cougars. Gamble getting doubled.
The trap.
Finds
Nobody there.
Lechner on the backside. Back in play. Schumacher quickly up ahead to Burns on the wing. Burns drives baseline.
Gonna be long.
Martinez gets the backside rebound. Triple teamed. And thrown away, or thrown off of the Cougars. Will stay Wildcats ball. I don't know that the triple team is the right move there, though.
I guess when he was as small as he was, they were pretty confident they could trap him.
Yukonov defending Gamble. Gamble looking to penetrate. Kicks it back to Martinez at the volleyball line. Stanton defending. Martinez making a move. Over to Hinkle. Back up top. Martinez drives into the paint. Yukonov stands there for the charge. Stanton pulls down the rebound. Pushes up ahead to Burns. Burns, good
nice
left.
And
finish.
Way to finish with the left. Kept him between him and the ball that way. I like our man defense. It looks good.
Ooh, in and out at the buzzer.
Keeps them very active. Our man keeps them a lot more active on defense, and then we get turnaround, transition, quick breaks where we're going all the way to the bucket. We haven't seen that very much, where we've gotten all the way to the basket with a layup.
Yeah, I absolutely agree that when you play man, it creates transition opportunities in a different way, and it makes the game more fun to play, honestly. I mean, zone is a prevent defense, so it's a fine defense to play when you have a big lead, when you're just trying to let the clock run. All right, we'll take an audio break here here in the third and just recap the third quarter, and then we'll be back for the fourth quarter. All right, back here, ready to start the fourth quarter. Verona inbound on the ball.
Looks like we're staying man defense here.
Yukonov defending on ball as Lechner on the ball. I'm sorry, that was number 3, Sherwood. Lechner, number 4. Martinez trying to get that post entry to Gamble. Well defended. Stanton on Martinez as Martinez is taking some space. Back to Sherwood, back up to Gamble. Gamble takes the
Long
three-point
three.
shot. Yukon finds position.
Got box out, but we got to stay here.
I think Yukon got called for the push out.
I see. I thought we had inside position on that. I thought it was a good box out, but apparently not.
All right, number 32, Yandel, back in the game for the Wildcats. Playing with 4 fouls, but now or never. Martinez back over to Lechner. Thrown over top of Sherwood, out of bounds. Kicker's ball. Ball into Schumacher. Into the front court. Dribble handoff to Yukon. Over to open Dickens, but Dickens took 2 steps before he.
I couldn't see, the rail was right in my way, and by the time I looked back down, I couldn't see what the call was or what he had done.
He was just not shooting, but he just got sloppy with his pivot foot. He was doing a Russell Westbrook.
Gotcha.
Gamble gets it over to Lechner on the right wing. Over to the corner to Martinez. Closed out by Burns. Entered in. Yukon knocks it away. Dickens pushes in. Gets all the way to the basket.
All the way to the basket. Nice job.
I mean, that's just the play that we were pulling out yesterday.
Yeah.
So I love to see that he's just getting there because.
Yeah, because there was a couple times yesterday he had the same position, but he just slowed it down and turned around and did not go ahead and attack.
Martinez takes the 3. Schumacher with the rebound. Looking for an outlet opportunity up to Quaddy. Over to Burns in the corner. Burns back to Quaddy. Swung to Schumacher at the top of the key. Back out to Dickens. Dickens to Quaddy.
Right at the elbow. Perfect shot. Couldn't get it to fall.
Rebound. Foul called on Dickens. Actually.
Dickens, I guess. Wasn't for sure which one he was going to call it on. I thought Burns was going in with the people's elbow when he slid in on his butt, so I wasn't for sure who he called it on. It's good for Burns. He's getting to battle 32 down there.
Kickers back in zone. Gamble pushes into the paint, kicks it back out to Sherwood. Sherwood baseline drive. Don't know about that, but foul called on Yukon. Let's see what he gets there. He did have leg contact, so.
Maybe it's not the NBA. You can't draw the contact with your legs on the shot. High school, you can.
Makes both free throws, 62-42 now the score. Inbounded to Quaddy. Quaddy up ahead to Dickens. Dickens enters into Quaddy. Quaddy goes up strong and finishes for 2.
Front and the big. Now he's popping up to the top, and they're doing double screens.
Gamble with the long 2. Dickens backside rebound.
Good box out by Broderick on the big guy.
Into the corner to Burns.
Nice pass. Oh, Ethan Dickens. Forgot to look at the basket.
Dickens 4-3.
That was a great pass in, and Ethan never even looked at the basket.
I actually like that. Back to the end line, receive it and kick. Colson's feeling it. He's got 22 points. We're trying to get him to 30, so I'm right on my prediction.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to last much longer, though. See 2 subs coming in already.
Sherwood in the corner, back up to Gamble. Over to Sherwood for 3. Quaddy with the rebound.
Had a little bit of drama there on the box out.
Quaddy gets all the way to the basket.
And it's going to be counted.
Count the basket.
Block.
I think Gamble did lean into it. Yeah, because Quaddy was getting around him, and Gamble kind of.
Yeah.
Timeout for the Wildcats.
30-second timeout. He had Smith and Miller check into the ball game.
Take a look at this entry here to Yukonaw. And just a wide open Dickens. And then the finish here by Quaddy, full length transition. Miller and Smith checked into the game for Yukonaw and Schumacher on that timeout. Quaddy makes the free throw, and we're up to 70 points.
A little more like we expected out of these guys.
Miller gets the steal all the way up and can't get the finish. Dickens draws the foul. And he'll go to the line for 2.
Brian, you must have paid the coaches to try to make sure they leave Dickens in long enough to get to your 30 points.
Misses the first. Doesn't want to get to 30.
No, he's trying to play the under.
Makes the second.
As a team, we do need to get better with free throws.
Calandro and Beatty at the bench getting ready to check in, or at the table, I'm sorry. Miller again deflects the ball out of bounds. And that will do it for the night for Quaddy and Dickens.
So those of you that bet the under on Dickens, Brian will be paying out later.
Yeah. Yandel drives in and finishes for 2. Inbounded to Beatty. Beatty into the front court, over to Burns on the wing. Burns from the elbow. Calandro goes in for the rebound and gets called for the foul. Ref didn't bother reporting the foul to the table.
That would have been our 4th foul, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Apparently he didn't want to start shooting a bunch of free throws. I don't know.
Well, they did call it, and he did report it somehow because they charted it. Big switch into the corner. Leshner on the ball. Back up top to Martinez. Martinez looks in. Calandro gets the steal. Calandro looks in the backside for Smith. Big block by Yandel. Sherwood pulls it up, gets it back to Martinez. Sherwood pulls up his dribble, gets it back to Martinez at half court. Miller defending. Cougars are in man. 3-point shot from the corner, in and out. Beatty gets the rebound. Beatty pushes into the middle, over to Miller. Miller into the corner for Smith. Smith back to Miller up top. Back to Smith in the corner. He gets baseline. Floater is good and draws
a foul, makes it. It's a good move. Got in close. Finished with the floater.
On the backside foul, I guess is what that was. Smith completes the three-point play. 74-44, 30-point lead now for the Cougars. Yandel gets the hook and gets called for the, what was the call there? Offensive foul?
5 with the push.
Okay, foul on Beatty. He definitely hooked there, but maybe there was something else that happened other than that. Makes the free throw.
Goes into my blind spot, and I have a tendency not to look down at the screen, so I couldn't tell what happened.
Second one's good. Into play for Beatty. Beatty into the front court to the wing for Burns. Burns to the elbow. Gets back to it in the paint, goes up strong, gets his own rebound, and puts it back for two.
Way to stay with it. 32 and Calendro are battling. Got something called here.
Coach asked for a timeout. 1:14 on the clock. I missed the last clock start, so we'll get it down to 1:14.
Maybe they're subbing. Oh, they got a report. Yeah, he's just subbing them all in with a minute to go here. He's going to pop it.
Three-point shot long. Smith with the rebound. Up ahead to Miller. Miller back to Smith at the wing for three. In and out. Burns is there for the rebound.
Oh.
Smith is able to come down with a loose ball. Floater is short. Calandro gets the rebound. Kicks it out to Miller. Miller for three. And rebound for the Wildcats. That's number 2. Up ahead, Burns gets the steal. Burns up ahead to Calandro.
Calandro finishes. Yeah.
Calandro, a fan favorite. Loose ball corralled by Beatty. Beatty up ahead. Finds Burns down low. Burns looking for an option. Puts it up. Rebound for Yandel.
I think if he could have held on to the handle the first time, he would have shot the easy one. That's going to be a travel. Yeah. I figured he was probably going to call travel on him. Apparently running clock there.
Oh, that must be what I missed is the timeout. They had the clock running maybe.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that will do it for the game. 78-46 final. Thank you guys for tuning in. Much better way to end the tournament.
Yes, much better.
We're going to say we should have.
This is the way. Yeah, this is the way we should have been playing. Yeah, this is the way we should have been playing yesterday by far. Just the intensity and our aggressiveness on offense. They have the talent and the skills there. They just, and hopefully this is a turning point where they start relying and believing in each other.
All right, well, we'll end it from here. I'll go ahead and do a fourth quarter recap and go into audio silence.